Hey guys, this is Mogamu, and today I'm checking out the Mirage Warframe. Mirage, pretty much like the name suggests, is a trickster type Warframe. She uses deception and damage, kind of like if Loki and Nova had a baby. Her defenses are low, so you can die pretty easily, but she's fast, so you can run for cover, or discover her true role in life. Her abilities make her one of the top damage dealing Warframes with a bit of protection to round out her low defenses. Hall of Mirrors, also known as better than decoy, creates 4 holograms to mimic everything Mirage does. And let's be honest, you should have this ability out as much as possible. Not only does it draw enemy fire, keeping you alive, but the holograms actually deal a small percent of your damage, and that makes this one of the best ways to buff your weapon damage, or a way to confuse new players on Mercury. Holograms' duration and damage are affected by strength and duration mods. Sleight of hand booby traps items in the map against enemies. And yeah, this is the first thing you should do. Go to Mercury and give the Grineer a taste of their own arc traps. Seriously, that's worth a couple platinum right there. Now, even though this can be funny and it has its uses in single player stealth, full on combat is just way too fast for this to be useful. And even though it's kind of fun, the enemies never really make it to the traps sometimes. Come on man, I don't have all day. Sleight of hand uses range and duration mods. Eclipse changes your playstyle depending on where your character is in the light. Lit areas will give you more damage to your weapons, and darker areas will buff your defenses. And while I will say the damage buff is nice, the dark areas are very useful while so long since Mirage is a bit squishy. And I found myself choosing the dark over the light sometimes when I didn't have teammates to help me, but I will say that Hall of Mirrors seems much more effective at keeping me alive. Eclipse is affected by strength and duration mods. PRISM shoots a ball of light that bounces around and deals damage to any enemy in range of the light streaks. The continuous damage is actually pretty good, but it lacks the utility of, say, Zephyr's tornadoes. But don't worry, you can manually detonate the ball, blinding all enemies around you. Oh no, first Loki and now you Excalibur? Come on guys, she's embarrassing you. And it only costs 50 energy, very useful to spam. But PRISM does take forever to cast, and you can and will die standing there casting it. So may I suggest a natural talent mod to speed up casting, strength, and range mods. Now, just to get started modding, if you're a new player, we're going to take off sleight of hand because it's not really useful in all situations. We're going to use both our defense mods, Vitality and Redirection. We're going to use Streamline so we can cast more, and remember, her abilities are pretty cheap, so this is a good mod to have. We're going to use Intensify for more skill damage, and we're going to use Constitution and Continuity for more skill duration. Alright, so you've been playing Warframe for a while and you have your corrupt mods. This build is going to be a little bit better. Let's go with Fleeting Expertise and Streamline for more energy efficiency, and because our abilities are so cheap, this is going to let you cast them when you need them and let you cast them a lot. Let's go with Narrow Minded and Continuity to make up for the skill duration loss on Fleeting Expertise. And let's go with Blind Rays to make her abilities do more damage. Now, you're only going to have enough space for one defensive mod. Personally, I chose Vitality because of the slash procs on Grineer and the poison on Infested. And you are really going to want to form this Warframe to add one dash polarity so you can add natural talent, because PRISM takes so long to cast and you can die. You're going to want your natural talent mod right there to be able to speed up the cast on that ability. Now, as far as alternate equipment, the Harley Quinn helmet makes you want to break out in random impersonations. Hello, Mr. J. But overall, she's a pretty good glass cannon damage dealer if you can keep her alive long enough, especially since none of her abilities cost over 50 energy to cast. You're going to be able to spam them a lot. So spam away. Just don't bring 4 Mirages to a game. Things might get kind of confusing.